You're on Fundo Academy, where anyone can learn anything, anytime. Now we are starting a new topic. We're now on inequalities. First, we want to define what an inequality is. An inequality is a statement that states that one quantity is greater or less than another. So that's what we call an inequality, a statement that states that one quantity is greater than or less than another. Okay, and another thing you need to understand are the symbols that we use in inequalities. We have the greater than sign, the greater than or equal to sign, the less than sign, and the less than or equal to sign. So you need to be able to use all these symbols to represent inequalities. An inequality can also be represented on a number line. So if I draw my number line, x-axis, and on it, let's say I have a point A, I have the value A on the number line. Now, values that are to the right of A, where in this case A is not included, that's why we have got a circle here that is not shaded, that is open. It means in this case we'll be talking about values of X that are greater than A. So this graph with an arrow pointing to the right represents values of X that are greater than A, and it's written like this using the symbol greater than. So that is the representation of this inequality. Values of X that are greater than A are written this way, and we are using the greater than sign. And values that are to the left of A, where we also have here a circle that is not shaded, are values of X that are less than A. We write them as X is less than A using our less than sign. So these are values of X that are less than A. Okay, we can also have this representation of our inequality. In this case, these are values of A that are greater than A, but you can see right here that the circle is shaded on A. That means that A is included within the set of values that satisfy this inequality. So we say that X is greater than or equal to A. So in this case we are using the greater than or equal to sign. So shading the circle on our number A tells us that the value of A is also included. So that's why we have an or equal to on our inequality. And these values that we have here are values of X that are less than A, and A is also included because the circle here is shaded. So this is less than or equal to. This is written in this way, that X is less than or equal to A. So these are very, very important graphs for you to know. You need to be able to to sketch the number lines to represent linear inequalities given. Next, we can have this situation right here where we have our number line, and on it we can have two values, that is A and B. Now we can have values that are between A and B. These are values of X that are between A and B. The numbers, all the numbers covered by the green line from A to B. These are values of X that are between A and B. So this is an inequality that is written in this form. So this inequality here represents values of x that are between a and b, and since the circles are shaded on a and on b, that means that the values of a and b are included as well. But we can also have the graph like this, which is also representing values of x that are between a and b, but since these circles are not shaded, so that means that the values of x that are between a and b, but a and b are not included. We write this inequality in this form, that's a less than x less than b. So you can see the difference between this inequality and this inequality. These are inequalities that show a range of values. Okay, let's look at this one. These are values of x that are between a and b, but you can see here that b is not included because it's not shaded on b. So this inequality, since b is not included, will look like this. A is less than or equal to a, so a is less than or equal to x, and x is less than b. So you can see here that we do not have an or equal to symbol here, simply because on b is not shaded, so b is not being included in the set of values. Lastly, we can have our graph like this, where it's shaded on b but it's not shaded the circle on a. So this is written as a is less than x and x is less than or equal to b. So there is an or equal to here because b is being included in the set of values, but since it's not shaded on a, so this symbol does not have an or equal to. So this is how we represent our inequalities on a number line. You should be able to do the same for given linear inequalities.